Suze Orman's back. She says, don't retire or take Social Security until you're 70 years old. I haven't read the article, so we're going to read it together. Let's see what old Susie says, shall we? Dateline, this is from August 24th, 2018. I guess they updated it later, but a little bit older. But let's see here. Let's see what old Susie says back then. All right, well, I just got this in my inbox, so I figured, well, I'm doing the video. Let's go ahead forward with it. Young people are aiming to retire in their early 60s, but that might not be the best idea, says Suze Orman, our financial expert. The goal is to make sure that your money lasts as long as possible. In that case, you better never retire, right? Orman recommends working later and waiting to retire and begin claiming Social Security until you turn 70. That might seem daunting, but it's also practical. She talks about all the reasons why waiting is the way to go. Delaying Social Security can be the most precious tool in your retirement planning kit. And there she is. Delaying your Social Security start date until 70 entitles you a monthly payout that's more than 75% higher than your age at 62. And as you well may need for retirement, and you may well need retirement funds to stretch farther than you expect. A person who makes it to 65 could expect to live an average of 19.4 more years, which is less than 20, which is less than 30 years in retirement. 20 years? According to CDC. Well, let's take a look at what this actually is. I want to see this CDC website, shall we? So let's see here. This is dated from 2015 National Vital Statistics Report. Well, they have this updated here. Mortality rate in 2015, a total number of 2.71 million deaths were registered in the U.S., resulting in a accrued death rate of 844 per 100,000. The age-adjusted death rate for accounts for the aging of the population was 733 deaths per 100,000. I don't know what that means. Life expectancy at birth was 78.8 years. In 2015, the infant mortality rate was 5.9 deaths per 1,000 live births. Let's see, okay. Well, the life expectancy for the population decreased by 0.1 year from 78.9 in 2014 to 78.8 in 2015. Life expectancy for females was 4.9 years higher than for males. That's pure discrimination. Because why should females live longer other than men doing more dangerous jobs? Discrimination is inherently biased against men for sure. Let's see, in 2015, life expectancy decreased for white males, and now it's racial discrimination as well. Non-Hispanic white females, non-Hispanic black males, life expectancy decreased, or a decrease for men in particularly. The difference in life expectancy between the Hispanic and non-Hispanic population was 3.3 years. All right. Let's see. Age-adjusted death. Okay. Method. Introduction. Let's see what else we got here. The decrease in life expectancy at birth for the total population was mainly due to increases in mortality from unintentional injuries, Alzheimer's disease, homicides, chronic lower respiratory diseases, and suicides. Sad, man. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on just a sec. See here, non-Hispanic black males. So black guys have the lowest life expectancy by far. Non-Hispanic white males, white guys like your old buddy Josh, have the second lowest life expectancy. We actually have a lower life expectancy than Hispanic men. Inherently, that's racist, right? Racism all over the place here. Non-Hispanic black females. So black females have the third lowest life expectancy. Non-Hispanic white females have the second highest, but the highest life expectancy is Hispanic females. So Hispanic females have the highest, white females the second, and Hispanic males is the third highest. Isn't that interesting? That's racist and sexist, both combined into one thing. Racism and sexism. You recognize why I say that, right? Because everyone attributes everything to racism and sexism. This idea that there's some kind of bias in what they say, the gender gap is just freaking stupid. Literally, if you think there's a gender gap, please just don't follow my YouTube channel anymore because this is dumb. You're just dumb. It's all there is to it. There's no gender gap in terms of wages. There's not. I guess we could argue that there's certainly a gender gap in terms of life expectancies, I would say there's a gender gap in terms of life. Why is it that women live longer than men? That's bias against men for sure. But the issue is men don't want, I hope, to say, I need the government, Elizabeth Warren, to come solve the gender gap in terms of men dying quicker. We don't need that. Men say, it's just a risk. We take more risks. That's all there is to it. As such, we die earlier. We get paid more. It's just that simple, man. There's more men entrepreneurs. There's more men mining. There's more men working on the boats. There's just more men doing more risky jobs. And as such, they get paid more. And more men work longer. It's just there is to it. Women are more maternal. They want to be with their kids. Wow. Shocking. All right, let's keep going down here. We got diseases of the heart, by far and away the largest death. And then we got malignant neoplasms, cerebral vascular accidents. Homicides aren't even in there unless accidents are in there. But I don't think that's part of homicides. I don't think are. So let's keep looking. Hold on a sec. The life expectancy. So I'm 50 years old. I'm a white guy. So my life expectancy is till I'm 30 years. I have a life expectancy until I'm 80. If I'm 50 years old, I'm a black guy. My life expectancy is actually just a little bit lower than mine, but not much. So if my man Sam is out there, and I'm not sure how, he's probably my age, his life expectancy is about the same as mine. So Sam, you and I both expect to live till we're 80. If I'm a Hispanic male, my life expectancy is, I need right there, both male, right there, yep. No, okay, black guy is 20, okay, there, I missed that. So a white guy is 29.8 years, a black guy is 26.9 years, so excuse me. So Sam, if you're out there, your life expectancy, if you're my age, is till you're 77, where my life expectancy is until I'm 80. For Hispanic men, it's 32.1. Wow. So Hispanic men will live until they're 82.1. This right here is all that matters, my friends. So if you're 65 and you're just say a white woman, and you're like, I got to live until I'm 90. Well, I'd say, look, man, your life expectancy is to your 85. That's 25 years. So why keep working some crappy old job thinking I need at least 30 years? Anyway, I'm going to save that. That's pretty interesting stuff there. So let's keep going back to old Suze, shall we? Continuing, given that you made to support yourself for decades, spending an extra 5 to 10 years in the workforce, even just part-time, makes sense. Continuing to work helps increase your retirement savings substantially. Your retirement accounts last longer and hopefully have grown over that period of time too, which gives you more time to pay off debts and lower the overall amount you'll need in retirement. Research backs up her suggestions. Stanford Center's longevity suggests that the typical American would benefit from a later retirement age. After analyzing 292 different retirement strategies, I did a video on that. I was not overwhelmed in their research, that's for sure. Spend safely in retirement strategy. A key component was delaying Social Security until age 70. However, working until age 70 isn't an option for everybody. In this case, Suze says it's okay to start withdrawing from your retirement fund when you need to, but stay aware of how much you're spending. All right, so check out more. So I want to show you guys something. Bear with me just a second. My friend Jill had sent me this Facebook thing by Jeff Woodard. Retired or getting ready to? Retirement at 65 is ridiculous. When I was 65, I still had pimples. All right, and then this guy says, Jack Hott says, yeah, retiring at 65 is ridiculous. 55 sounds so much better. Elisa says, I agree. And Jeff Woodard says, why? That's a serious question. And Jack says, I was trying to be funny. For me, I'm retiring at 62. An old friend, he's gone now, said that most people, while on their deathbed, if they ask the question, if you had to do it all over again, would you choose to spend more time at work or more time with the family? They would choose family. Every worker, manager, etc., that had left, retired from our company was totally forgotten about within days of leaving. 100%. A job is a job, nothing more, no matter who you are or what level. Could not agree more with that. It's actually funny that, because I remember when people leave USAA when I was there, it's like, oh my goodness, do you hear about Joey from accounting left? And then two days later, no one even remembered who Joey from accounting was. It's just like yesterday's news. The world keeps turning is what I'm saying. Then Jeff says, okay, I agree with you. But a job often gives us meaning besides just money. It's a difficult transition to 30 years of unemployment for many. Again, 30 years, we just showed that's not the case. At 65, you're not living 30 years. It's interesting. I primarily do financial or retirement planning. I've always been mystified by the idea that people would want to stop contributing. So this guy is saying if you're not working, you're not contributing. And I find that to be insane. I know there are things people can do, however. Male suicide is high in the 70s age group for a reason. Sorry about that, serious, but something to think about. And Jack said, yeah, everyone's different. Two of my best friends just went off of their blood pressure meds 6 months after retiring. They're also getting more sleep and definitely do not quit contributing. There is a lot of need out there, contributions that really matter. And then Jeff says, I decided at age 48 I would go for a double, so plan to go to heaven at 96. I don't get that. But anyway, I like what Jack says. I know two of my best friends just went off their blood pressure meds 6 months after retirement. They're getting more sleep and they're still contributing. Then some guy named John says, I just recently lost a very good friend of mine, a successful one at that, nicest guy you've ever met. About 58 to 60 years old, had a buyer for his business, had a fifth-wheel toy hauler, ready to load up the Harley and visit America with his wife. He went hunting Friday, fell out of his tree stand, dead. That's just one story, man. And then Jack says, stress kills. Maybe you have a low-stress job. I don't. That's what Jeff says to, Jack says to Jeff. I 100% could not agree more. And that's horrible what happened to Johnson. So he's ready to go, just sold his business, and falls out of a tree stand dead. Falls off, putting Christmas tree lights dead. I've heard it happen a million times. And then Jeff says, I had a number of high-stress jobs. Remember many mornings taking Tylenol by the tens as headaches encroached. And a lot younger than now. Now I do retirement planning. It's gratifying and actually helpful people. All right, so just somewhat of a sales pitch there. Anyway, the point is, man, the idea that work, gives you, it does give you some satisfaction if you enjoy your work and feel like you're making a difference. It does not give you satisfaction if it's your prototypical crappy old job. It's just not, man. The idea you need a plan for a 30-year retirement in order to make ends meet. Where's the evidence of that? It's kind of like the batteries. Well, we're going to have solar. We can all power our whole thing with solar. I'm like, where's the evidence of the batteries? Well, it's coming. That's what they keep saying. We're going to live to 120. Where's the evidence of that? Well, it's coming. Okay, but right now, I'm in the right now. I deal with the right now. The right now is I'm not living until I'm 120. I just showed you. I'm going to live until I'm 80. If you're black, you'll live until you're 77. You're Spanish, you're living until you're 82. Mostly, that's the life expectancy. That's the average. But there's a good chance you're going to die before you're 80. There's a good chance you might live beyond that, but you're not living to 120. It could happen, but it's not here. We could get a battery. We're going to store batteries for a solar photovoltaic. It's not here now. It's just not. So all this could is different than it is right now. It drives me up the wall. So Suze Orman's like sitting there thinking, this guy Jeff's like, you're not contributing if you don't work. Bull freaking crap. Not only that, this idea that working extends your life is insane. We know for a fact that a lot of people work. Oh boy, Hornet got in. We know a lot of people work because they hate it, and they hate it. It's drawing on them emotionally, physically, and literally killing them. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts on this. All right, we'll see you.